between Wesley College and Manurewa High School, and it is Wesley holding a 12-0 lead at the break. 25 minutes to go to decide the champions, but Wesley commanding in the first half. Manurewa didn't help themselves, made a number of sloppy errors, particularly coming out of yardage, which put themselves under pressure. As we wait for our clock to reappear there, a little prompt popping up on screen. Do apologise, having a couple of little technical difficulties throughout the night. But back to it we go. And it is going to be Rewa who get first use of the ball. If you are just joining us, this is the second of our 3 games we are bringing you tonight. We've got the big one coming up next, St. Paul's versus Kelston. But in the meantime, we have a champion to decide. And here we go now. Siwa is going to bring it off the back fence, taken down. So, Rewa, they need a positive start, you would think. Had a bit of a tough time of it in the first half now as Tuigamala gets on the ball. They go out the back door. Met just over the 40. Wesley doing their best to slow the play the ball down now, back towards the middle of the park. And it's a good carry, a little bit of pre-contact footwork from Junior Power. Takes them up into good ball territory now. They dart out a dummy half, big contact. Thomas Manasi with the hit. Kiamanu Po now. Daly Dutton looks to the sky, pressure on them at the back. The ball's bounced. Oh, it's just going to beat them all. Papani was on hand if it had bounced back into play. But on that occasion, the execution just a little bit off. Pompey keen to get things back underway. Throws it back infield to his teammate.
Quick tap and go. Ref sending him back. Just on that, Corey, I think they've got to be really accurate around their kicks. So it's very shallow in goal, and there's not a lot of wriggle room in there if they don't get it right.
Yeah, absolutely. They are bare minimum, I would say, in terms of in-goal length.
And if you want to see how to do it, go back to the first game and watch that on the YouTube replay.
Absolutely.
That was pinned perfect.
Absolutely. So Ronan Lawrence now into dummy half as Wesley get their first use of the ball. Solo takes it forward. He's been excellent in the opening exchanges. So is this guy, Manasi. Puts on a bit of footwork. He's broken free. Still going, driving the big legs. Gets the ball out the back. And it has... Somehow he's regathered it. Superman.
Well done.
Play on is the call. Tupea. Tupea goes out the back. Finds Lovo. Dallas Lovo takes it. Eventually taken down.
Here, mate.
25 metres out from the line. Tupea onto the ball, hands it off to Havili. Havili, 15 out from the line, still driving Havili. Just about got the offload away as well. Look out for the kick here. Ronan Lawrence set. Tupea, they shift it out. Officer onto the ball. Steps back in 5 metres out from the line. What have they got here? It's going to have to be Lawrence, you would think, coming up with a kick here. They go out the back to their captain, and indeed it is. Lawrence sums up play, goes at the line. They got numbers advantage out the back door. Silo drops it. Crucial intervention there from Manurewa High School, right on the line. And they survive as Wesley push right up now, and Rewa now making some cheap metres, 25 metres off their line. So end-to-end stuff to start the second half in the SAS Premier Plate competition now. Nice little run out of trouble there from the number 4, Fa'afili, the 17-year-old. Plays for the Manurewa Marlins at club level. Up to halfway they approach here, making good yardage are Manurewa as they look to reverse this 12-point deficit. A bit of ball playing now. Dutton, back door, numbers advantage, flick pass out the back. Here we go, Manurewa on the break. Papani, back infield, finds his number 6, Daly Dutton. That is a wonderful try, Manurewa High School. Wow!
What's the referee say?
Points to the spot, TRY, it is a try. Ladies and gentlemen, what about the skill from Manurewa High School? Can't wait to watch this one back on the instant replay. But just a beautiful bit of play, the flick pass. Maybe got a little bit lucky with it being called forward there. Papani gets into space, and then from here, the composure of the kid looks in field, knows this pass has to be perfect, finds his half. Daly Dutton, who gets on the ball, breaks free, and then from there, he's got the pace to beat the desperate cover defence. Evades the ankle tap, goes over. The David Peachy put down right on the end goal.
Right near that short in goal.
But it is a thing of beauty. Manurewa High School hit back in style. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we are going to have a 12-6 ball game with kick to come from in front of the sticks. I'm losing my breath, Troy. That was beautiful rugby league.
No, great call there, Corey. Well done, mate. And a lot of excitement, not just here, but on the far side of the stadium. all the fans over there certainly lit up, and the Manurewa kids certainly then got into their first chant, and here they come now.
We highlight the physical nature of these games, and they do bash each other up, but some of the skill just incredible there, and also the presence of mind and composure to sum up the play there with players coming from everywhere trying to tackle you. Beautiful stuff there from the Rewa boys.
And he had traffic in front of him. That pass had to go past a defender to get to where it needed to be, to the support player, and he managed to thread the needle, hit the player on the chest, and that allowed him to score the try, and we've just seen the flags go up. The kick is good.
So it is Wesley College 12 and Daly Dutton 6 scores the try and converts it, the 17-year-old.
Fabulous game down here with the SAS College Rugby League. Associate sponsors being Hayden and Roll It. Just fantastic to have their support on, and sponsors for the College Rugby League.
So the crowd really starting to come to life here. It's back to game on, ladies and gentlemen. 6 minutes gone in the second half of the SAS Premier Plate. Wesley College to get things back underway. They allow it to bounce. Going to be carefully taken at the back by Ponga. Now here we go. Big carry off the back fences. Manurewa look to build on the momentum built following that try. Head back towards the middle of the sticks. Roberts.
Oh, he robbed it, and no. Here comes the penalty, called a stripped.
So here we go. A great chance here for Manurewa High to hit back and draw even. Following the try, they get the penalty. And they want to complete this set and set up camp down on the Wesley end. Kick for touch is a nice, safe one. Out it goes. Resume play 40 metres out from the line as a tap and go from the number 4 for Manurewa, Fa'afili, who takes us up over halfway. Hamara turns play back inside to Roberts.
Starting to get that feeling, Corey. Manurewa getting their tails up. Here they come again.
It is indeed Roberts now. A bit of footwork at the line. Roberts is through. County's Manukau rep showcasing a little bit of footwork at the line there. Hamara, Tuigamala, Dutton. Dutton spreads play out wide here. They got numbers. Rewa, he's gone very close there. Has Miley.
They found a bit of fatigue there in the middle.
Now the big fella,
right.
Siwa, the captain.
A lot of chest thumping going on.
Tyrone Siwa is over. Referee Aaron Kisher points to the spot, and the captain hits back. And ladies and gentlemen, in a minute or two, we could well have a tied ball game as Rewa storm back into this one. Back-to-back tries. And you see it here. Look at him lining up, Troy. The big number 8 in the headgear. Everyone knows where the ball's going here. I think even Wesley know, but it's one thing knowing, another thing stopping it. Here he goes, the big fella winds up, says, give me the ball, I'm going over.
Bang.
And straight over, no question about that one. Breaks the last tackle of Pompey, and as you mentioned, the chest pumping, it means plenty to them.
And that's not just on the field, mate. Have a look over there in the far side of the stadium.
So exciting stuff here in the SAS Premier Plate. Of course, Rewa have produced a fair bit of talent over the years. Aaron Clark now playing for the Canberra Raiders. He's been handed the captaincy of the Canberra Raiders over there after transferring mid-year from the Warriors. And by all accounts, Ricky Stewart really rates the kid. So a graduate of the Manurewa High School system a couple of years ago.
That's a great endorsement. As we wait for the kick to come.
So 8 minutes gone in the second half. Strikes the ball. Kick looks just away to the right. So Wesley maintain a 2-point lead, ladies and gentlemen. 8 minutes gone in the second half. SAS Premier Plate brought to you in conjunction with Hayden and Rollett. And it's going to be Wesley to get things back underway.
And just for the viewers back there, Corey, out round the back, I've just seen some of the big boys getting ready for the big game tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the grand final. And I couldn't tell you whether it was Kelston or whether it was St. Paul's, but they were massive. Great crowd support there for the Wesley College side as they get ready for the kickoff, and they're trying to G their team up, and here they come, the right to reply.
So here we go, scrappy old kick picked up by Rewa, who bring it back. Good initial carry there, busts the first one. Goes up 35 metres out from the line now. Tuigamala involved. They've got a spring in their step. Rewa, they are on a run. Hamara back in field, big contact again. Eventually taken down there.
Great tackle right round the bootlaces.
Hamara backdoor to Dutton. Dutton back in field to Tuigamala, who puts on a little bit of footwork. Oh, he's gone down there. Hopefully the big fella's okay. Looked like he was clutching at the knee a little bit. Looks all good. Dutton floats a little kick over the top. The chase is good from Rewa. Pompey at the back. Pompey picks it up. Great work to evade the tackle and get his team out of trouble. So Wesley now to ruck it out. Of course, a number of these boys are going to back up in a few days' time in the Central North Island Rugby Union Championships as well. So a number of these boys, dual code players at the stage, as you would expect, coming from a school like Wesley. Of course, who can forget some of the famous names that have come out of this school, the likes of Jonah Lomu, Stephen Donald over the years, numerous others. And I dare say we are not too far away from getting a Wesley NRL player in the next season or two. I've highlighted Adam Pompey over with the Roosters doing some good stuff as well. Now Manasi, 35 metres out from the line. Ball has come loose. It's a knock-on. He wanted the penalty. Referee says no way, and I think the Rewa boys
went over and give him a pat on the back.
It's the rugby league equivalent of a sympathy card, I think. So they will pack down the scrum now. Tyrone Siwa having a quick word to Aaron Kesha, the referee, and credit to Kesha. He's controlled this game really well.
Yeah, he's actually done very, very well all season with the College Rugby League games. We were fortunate to have him at the one of the semis, and you know, always a lot of passion around these games. And there we go, and there you go. We're just talking about that now. He stood in the middle of two players there, just starting to have a wee bit of a push and shove. And he won't stand for that. He's pretty strict, and he's dressing that player down and just telling them to pull their heads in, and we're here to play the grand final.
You always tell when it's firing up, the mouth guards come out. There's a bit of lip going on. But mouth guards back in, and they're going to need them because
Mate, I can tell you just quietly as a front row, that chat's still happening in there right now.
Tyrone Siwa, I wouldn't be messing with him. The big captain from Manurewa High School. So not long to go in this one now. Ball eventually comes out. Wesley perhaps lucky not to get pinged for breaking early there. Roberts. 20 metres out from the line. Tyrone Siwa puts the good step on. You don't need that. Put it away, big fella. Run it straight. Silo involved in the tackle. Hamara.
Just trying to get a bit of shape, this Manurewa team.
Tuigamala takes it forward and settles, and Troy, good that you mentioned they are trying to get a little bit of shape there. It did kind of fall a little bit out, perhaps in the excitement of the game. Here's another big carry.
What a tackle. Chopped them at the ankles. Here they come, shifting it left.
Back they go. That might be Papani there, coming looking for a little bit of work and a knock on there. So a couple of errors starting to creep into this one. Wesley keen to get things back underway. The headgears come off from someone in the background. And Pompey, in the meantime, says, boys, let's get things back underway. Takes it forward 20 metres off their line. Tupeo into dummy half. Lawrence takes it to the line. Wears a big shot. Gets taken down. Tuigamala involved in the tackle. Now they shift play out towards the right edge. Siwa goes low. 45 off the line here. Wesley, yardage hard to come by. A little sneaky play out of dummy half. Makes 10. Ronan Lawrence getting into dummy half. Shift out the back, they'll get to their kick, goes high, charge down, good kick pressure from Rewa. The ball bounces, players alive. Gone out, and it's going to be a knock on. So not the ideal end to the set there for Wesley, Troy, but the heat's starting to come on. Both of these teams have seen a couple of little errors, and I dare say the sense of the occasion maybe getting to a few players at this point.
Yeah, off that kick, I actually thought they looked like they turned it into an opportunity, and other than the bobble in the air and what have you, it was probably defused. So I think Manurewa would get a get out of jail free card there as we get ready to reset the scrum. And I'd say Mr. Kish is down there having another little quiet guidance chat to the front rowers as we get ready to feed the scrum. And this one ain't over yet, so don't leave the screen. If you blink, you'll miss something, I'm sure.
So Tauranga gets us back underway. Kamana Po carries forward. Roberts up over halfway. Officer involved in the tackle as well. Hamara, Dutton, turn play back inside. The headgear still on the ground, whoever that is. See in the corner of the shot there.
It's actually been across the field twice now.
Tuigamala with a bit of footwork at the line. Crucial point of the game. About 10 minutes remaining here at Mount Smart Stadium. Hamara breaks through. Still going, 5 metres out from the line.
Looking dangerous here, Corey.
Tauranga shifts the ball out to Dutton. Ball is bouncing. Knock on, it might be 6 again. I think it is. We've got to wait for confirmation from referee Aaron Kesher.
Yeah. That looked like it could have been a heartbreaker there for a moment. However.
Yeah, it's going to be a real ball. True. So Wesley clinging on at this stage to a 2-point lead. 10 minutes to go in the SAS Premier Plate Grand Final, brought to you in association with Hayden and Rollitt. A big thank you to our principal sponsors and also the Auckland Rugby League Board for bringing you these free live streams throughout the year. We've brought you the Crown of Trucks Sharman Cup, the SAS College Rugby League, the Women in League round. It has been fantastic to be able to bring you some top grassroots footy every Saturday and Wednesday for the last few weeks. Now Rewa to pack down a scrum, 10 metres off the line, a golden opportunity here. They take it forward. This is a huge set for Wesley.
Massive set.
Roberts goes to the line. Roberts, he snuck through. Roberts, he's gone very close. The ARL flag just obstructing our view there on the screen. Hamara, look out for the dart. Hamara rucks the ball out towards the left. And that, I think, is a try.
Is he down or held up?
And it is Farfeli who has crashed over. It was a close thing in the end. And he has gone over for the go-ahead try with 9 minutes to go in the SAS Premier Plate Final. And in the end, I think, Troy, just the defensive toll. It wore on Wesley eventually. And then we see Fa'afili crash over from close range. We look on the replay there as you see the ARL flag conveniently in the shot. But from there, Fa'afili just had the advantage. And crashes over for the try. So Rewa take the lead for the first time in this one. It is Manurewa High School 14, Wesley 12, kick to come. And by the time we get played back underway, it's going to be about 8 minutes remaining in this SAS Premier Plate Grand Final. Daly Dutton to attempt the conversion right up against the hash mark on the 20. But they spent a little bit of time down there and eventually just managed to wear Wesley down. So kick to come. You can probably hear the crowd in the background as the ball comes off the kicking tee. So we can hear the Wesley chant going on in backplay time. Back on from referee Aaron Kesher as Daly Dutton steps in, strikes it, kick looks good, flags are up, and it is Manurewa 16, Wesley 12. And we will just make a little readjustment to our match clock there. I think play had stopped for about 30 seconds there, so we'll make a little adjustment there to hopefully get back as close as we can.
Yeah, there's a wee bit going on at the moment in the background, folks. Just bear with us. As we get ready for the main game tonight, the big grand final, we're dropping flags, we're pulling out signage, lights are getting sorted, match managers pulling their hair out. We're lining up the clock, and you can feel this is starting to mount now. This is actually going to be a big cliffhanger. This could go any way. Here come Wesley.
So the Wesley chant in full flight in back play, but what else is in full flight is the Manurewa prop, who takes it straight into the heart of the Wesley defence. We have a huge final 7 minutes on our hands here in the SAS Premier Plate Final. Roberts with a bit of footwork at the line. He's been good today, has the edge back rower. Come looking for work. Papani looking both ways, heads back towards the middle. Just short of halfway. Ball is stripped. Ball is stripped, which is going to give Rewa an excellent chance to build even more pressure here. They hold that 4-point lead as it stands.
They need to play with a lot of patience now and control. Wesley can't afford to be undisciplined down here.
And Troy, how important now is the game management of the Rewa halves now, how they ice this game out. They've got the lead, don't need to set the world on fire, but the kicking game's going to be crucial.
Don't let the occasion get the better of them.
So here we go. Fa'afili takes it forward, 35 metres out from the line. Papani now into dummy half. He's played all over the show today, has this kid. Roberts.
Drop ball.
Ball is loose. What's the call? Knock on is the call. So errors both ways. And Wesley now with it. Pompey wants to have a little rub of the head of one of his players there. But I think wisely Tupea comes in and just calms things down. A few of the boys having a chuckle about that one. Can see the funny side of it as well. But tension's running high here at Mount Smart Stadium, number 2.
Absolutely, and Wesley's got the skill and talent to go the length of the field from here, and they can, more than likely do it inside their set. So do not blink an eye, do not leave your mobile device or your smartphone. Here they come.
So Wesley, Ronan Lawrence now goes out the back door, brings his winger into the play. Siri breaks, but good scramble from Rewa again, and 40 metres out from the line here. They have front football. Wesley want to get things back underway. Lawrence wants it. Instead, it's a one-out dart. Probably not the play they were looking for there. They slow the play the ball down. Papani involved. Lawrence now set out towards the right. At first, receiver has to jump to take it. Manase, the ball's down. Has it gone backwards? Play on is the call. They've dodged a bullet. Have Wesley. Lawrence. Alfisa now takes the ball to the line. Straightens up play. Nice work from the number 6 there. 30 metres out from the line. Fa'asila Tupea dummies, goes to the line. Well tackled by Fa'afili down low. 10 metres off the line here. Here come Wesley. What have they got left in the tank? Lawrence, footwork at the line. Beats 1, beats 2, steps back inside. Manase, ball is loose. I think it's been knocked down by a Rewa player. And it has indeed. Wesley are going to get another set of 6. But Troy, you were right to groan in the background there. That was a close thing.
Well, I actually thought he had collected it and was going to go. He thought he'd collected it, but Wesley still have the pressure on. They've got the ball. Do not leave your live stream device.
He had visions of the old 90-metre intercept there. The glory play. But Tupea now to feed the scrum. Looks like we've got Lawrence set out at first receiver. There's a set play on the offing here for Wesley. What have they got? They're going to go back door. Silo carries, boy, he's powerful. Scored the opening try. Watch out. Wesley, are they about to strike the killer blow? The little dart from dummy half. Fa'asila, the ball has come loose. And it's going to be another Wesley use of the ball, I think.
Dive through. Over the far side there. So the camera's focusing on the referee. Out of the far side, someone's trying to score a try. Okay, everyone's calming down now. The ball's back.
Don't worry about the players. The commentator needs to calm down. The heart rate going through the roof for poor old Corey, the caller. 5 metres out from the line now. Tupea just summon things up. One thing Wesley do have, clever playmakers. Ronan Lawrence, he knows how to keep his cool. He was excellent in the grand final last year as well. Really experienced player, another of their first 15 rugby players as well.
He's going back. They're just picking one of the big units. Here he comes.
Manase, he only knows one way. It is straight and true. Takes it forward. Ponga getting there to help out his defence. 4 metres off the line. Here come Wesley. Lawrence, backdoor to Siri. Siri misses one out. They're scored in the corner. It's Mesa Sakuru who has gone over out wide. There's a massive players celebrating.
Waiting for the ref, waiting for the ref.
Yeah, we are still waiting for confirmation from our referee.
Here comes the replay. In the background, still waiting for the ref.
So Aaron Kesher, he has approved the try. It is a try in the corner. And so we will now check out the replay of that one. And you can see here, it's again, lovely work from Siri. Sums it up well, Troy, and just puts the winger away.
Look at the beautiful way he just dotted it down, didn't even touch the ground, and glides through, ball up, he knows. Yeah, very, very happy young man.
And you got the feeling the pressure was going to tell eventually. They spent a long time down there, did Wesley. Sent the big boys at them and eventually got the job done out wide.
They had, only, what did we say, about 4 or 5 minutes ago, do not leave your screen, do not take your eyes off your mobile device. They've gone the length of the field, put it in on the right-hand edge there. Now Manurewa having the chat, if you can see us.
How big is this kick? We're locked at 16 points all, and a kick coming from the sideline. It is Lorenz Tupea who is going to attempt it, the year 12 student, right up against the sideline. How's this for pressure? Strikes it.
Great hit.
Has struck it nicely, just away to the left. Locked up, ladies and gentlemen. Don't tell me we're going to Golden Point. Don't tell me.
Yeah, we've got the defibrillator out the back here, and if I could only pronounce that. He struck the ball well, obviously just a little bit off to the left-hand edge there, but he certainly gave it a great thump. So back to it, ladies and gentlemen. Not long to go in this one. SAS
Premier Plate Grand Final, Rewa to get things back underway in no hurry after doing a fair bit of defensive work over the last few minutes. So Manurewa to get us back underway off the boot of Kamanapo. And away we go. So Wesley, no mistakes. That'll be the call. Manasi to bring it off the back fence. A little bit of footwork. The Fendi still going. The big fella. You just try stopping me. Takes it 35 out from the line now. Here come Wesley. He's cramping up the big fella. So would I be? Big carry there from the number 8. Teammates rallying around to stretch. So time off. We do have time off from referee Aaron Kesher as we deal with the cramp on the ground. By our count, less than a minute remaining in this one. The SAS Premier Plate Grand Final. We are locked up. Sirens gone to the background, ladies and gentlemen. Barring disaster, we are going to extra time in the Premier Plate Final. Wesley get it now. There's no mistakes. Will be the call. Ofisa takes it forward. Second phase. Tupea finds Havili. They go wide. Not content to finish things off. And that will do us, ladies and gentlemen. So we are locked up at 16 points all. And we are going to extra time to decide the SAS Premier Plate champions for 2017. We're going to take a short break while we gather our breath, while the teams have a very quick chat. And we will be back in a minute or two to resume extra time here in the SAS Premier Plate Final.
So this is going to change everything in regards to what we normally do, because we're going to run into overtime, so we're going to call everything from up here and we won't worry about interviews. That's what he said, golden point, 5 minutes.
We now have extra time, ladies and gentlemen. And as it is a draw, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going to extra time, and it will be golden point.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a thriller on our hands. If you're just joining us, locked up at 16 points all, Wesley and Manurewa High School, and we are now going into Golden Point, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes each way will be played, and the first points will win it, and we will have our SAS Premier Plate champion crowned. Both teams now huddling up. It's been a frantic game, end-to-end stuff, very physical in the middle of the park. And it is going to go right down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen, between these two teams, two South Auckland sides. Wesley, the rugby union heavyweights, and Manurewa High School. They couldn't be split over 50 minutes. We are going to require extra time, where first points will win it. So not long for getting things back underway. We can see Wesley coach Lawrence. No, that's not a tongue slip there. Leaving the huddle as we prepare to get things back underway. So how are the nerves right now for these two teams? They've just played out 50 minutes of hard SAS College Rugby League. They're now going to be asked potentially to play another 10 where first points will win it. Will it be a field goal? Will it be a try? Or will it be a penalty? So it's all on the line as we prepare to get back underway. It looks like Rewa have won the toss and are going to have first use of the ball. 5 minutes of extra time to be played, remembering
I don't think the way these guys are going, they won't take 5 minutes. Somebody's going to go drop goal here very shortly. Now, would you want to be kicking off or would you want to be receiving the ball?
I think you want to be receiving. I think you've got to back yourself for those. We saw in the NRL Grand Final a while back, sometimes receiving doesn't always help. But the ball bounces and very nearly knocked on by Ponga at the back. Heart of the mouth stuff for Rewa. So mistakes will kill you at this point. Papani, as Manurewa ruck the ball out. They take it forward through Fisi Lafayette, the 16-year-old, battling in the play of the ball. Ronan
Massive
Lawrence
wrestler
involved.
to play the ball. Strong lad.
Here they come. Great carry there from Tuigamala. Boy's been good today. Has the 13. What have we got? We've got a penalty. We have got a penalty, so advantage Manurewa.
Kicking for touch or kicking for goal from here?
I don't know if he fancies himself for the 60-metre effort, Daly Dutton is going to kick for touch, but it is certainly advantage Manurewa. A nice, safe kick for touch. 6
that ball,
tackles with the ball.
The ball has come out of the crowd. Happy with that one?
So here we go. Rewa get things back underway. The initial carry just short of halfway now. Papani turns play back inside to Tuigamala. Back towards the middle of the park. Toifia takes us up over halfway, just about getting into field goal range. Do they dare? Papani looks to the right. Tempted to shuffle play on. Can they kick one from 40? Doesn't look like they're set at this stage. Papani goes out the back door to his half. Dutton, second phase now.
Good
Roberts
scramble.
heads back in, puts a little bit of footwork on. Last tackle. Are they set for a field goal? It doesn't look like it at this stage. They go out the back door. They're going to run it. Little kick over the top, perhaps wisely on that occasion. And it is fielded at the back by Wesley, who now have 80 metres to go. 2 minutes into extra time. Golden point here. SAS Premier Plate Grand Final. And Wesley now get their first use of the ball. And here it is, a big break up the middle of the park. Still going as Officer, eventually taken down now. 52 metres out, Ronan Lawrence gets it, they go short side. Out the left, a bit of scrappy play there, a bit of footwork from Karaka. 45 metres off the line now. Wesley, what have they got? They're just about in field goal position already. As we see Officer now with another carry. Boy, he's been huge in this set now. Are they setting? Are they setting? They're going back door. Officer, he's going to attempt it. It's Tupaya. Tupaya's kicked it. And Wesley College are your SAS Premier Plate champions. Tupaya with the field goal from in front of the sticks, and they win this one 16 points or 17 points to 16 over Manurewa High School. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. Drama right to the end, and it is Lorenz Tupaya who comes up with the killer play, the field goal from in front, and put it down to a couple of huge carries from Motu Ofisa, who carried it out of yardage twice, made big ground through the middle of the park. And Wesley do it after falling short in the Premier competition last year, losing to St. Paul's in the final. They win this one at the plate, the second tier plate, and look what it means to them. A renowned rugby union school who are killing it in rugby league now as well, and how good is it to see. And commiserations to Manurewa, who fought a very, very brave game. They go down to a field goal, always a cruel way to lose in Golden Point. But congratulations to Wesley, your 2017 SAS Premier Plate champions. We are now going to take a short break before we commence the post-match festivities. But what a game, ladies and gentlemen. It started right at the very start. We're now going to hear from the respective captains of the two teams, starting with Manurewa High School.
Tyrone, the Manurewa captain, after a great game. Tyrone, can you give me the thoughts?
Yeah, just speechless, I guess. I'm just proud to play with the boys I'm with. We went through a lot together as brothers, but we just give it all thanks to our Heavenly Father for just giving us the spirit to be out here to play against a strong team. Yeah, just speechless, eh? I have nothing to say.
Yeah, thanks Tyrone, and you know what, it was a great game, Golden Point. Obviously all give everything out there, and you know, hope to see you next year and crack on. So just all the best from the boys, and anything else you want to say?
Yeah, just thanks for the school for yeah, looking out for us no matter what we do. Yeah, thanks our coaches as well. Thanks to the ARL. Thanks Wesley is a hard team, but we just give it all thanks to our Heavenly Father for giving us the spirit and mana to play. Yeah.
Thanks, Ty. We've got Roman coming in from Wesley. First of all, great win and great field goal there. How did that feel?
Oh, it's just speechless, really. All down to the hard work that we've been putting in. If it wasn't for Lorenz there, look up to him for taking it on the shoulders to take that. And yeah, just hard work really pays off.
Yeah, thanks, Roman. And what do you think that will mean to Wesley College and when you take this trophy back?
Oh, I mean a lot, because last year when we fell short, really hurt the boys. And to the boys who came back this year, that was really the emphasis on that we were focusing on. Just we didn't want to feel the same as last year, all that hard work for nothing. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you for that, Roman, and giving us a great final. Thank you.
So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We hear from the respective captains there. And what a game it was. Pre-match, we said it was going to be a close one. It was Wesley who struck first. They had a 12-0 lead at halftime. But slowly but surely, Manurewa powered their way back into it. Scored back-to-back tries midway through the second half. Forced it to Golden Point. Had the first set of the ball, got a penalty, marched downfield. But then from there, Wesley pick it up. Moto Ofisa makes long-range breaks twice. They set play up, and in the end, it is Lorenz Tupea who kicks the field goal from in front. Here's the hero for Wesley College. Plenty of respect between these two teams. South Auckland heavyweights in terms of athletic talent. So much talent to come out of both of these schools over the years. So we're counting down now to the post-match festivities. There you can see the Manurewa boys. They know they did their absolute best today. Plenty of upset boys there, and great to see the Wesley lads comfort them as well. So we will hand over now, ladies and gentlemen, to hear from Evelyn Brooker from the ARL Board of Directors. And both teams will be awarded medals. Runner-up medals, obviously, for Manurewa High. And for Wesley, victorious medals and the trophy, the SAS Premier Plate.
Could I please have the captain from the River, please?
I just want to thanks to all the supporters out there, especially the Wesley ones, me and chanting. Thanks all to our Heavenly Father for giving us the spirit and the mana. Yeah, 3 cheers for everyone. Allah! Allah!
Thanks, man.
On screen is Mary Pussy, who's handing out the medals for the runners-up. Manurewa just going down in the extra time there by Golden Point with a beautiful drop goal from Wesley College. And as you can see there, the Manurewa High School guys are still very, very happy and pleased, and very proud to be here in the grand final of the SAS Plate Grand Final, sponsored by SAS Sporting Apparel. Sorry folks, we've just got a wee bit of background technology and we're plugging in, and that's the Manurewa side done. As we get ready now to see the reigning champions for 2017, the Wesley College victorious team here in the black with the white V.
The foremost, just like to thank the Heavenly Father for this wonderful day that He's blessed us with. To play the game that each and one of us love here. To Rewa, hard luck, keep your heads up, keep working hard for Nats, and God bless and safe travels home. To my boys, just want to say thanks for making. Remember one last year was really kind of devastating, but just like to thank you for everything for my last year. Make it the best, and just want to say let's work hard for nets. 300 soldiers there. I'd like to thank you for coming far from all the way from 81 Pit. And love you, Zoe. We wouldn't have done it without you. Thumbs up.
So up she goes, the SAS Premier Plate. Ronan Lawrence hoists it high. And Wesley College, after the heartbreak of going down last year to St. Paul's in the big one, they claim it this time. And just as we mentioned, St. Paul's, the excitement starting to build. We can see the Wesley boys now receiving their medals. But in the background, we can hear St. Paul's and Kelston warming up for the big one, ladies and gentlemen. The SAS College Rugby League Grand Final. As the Wesley boys go through the line now, receiving their medals. And it was a game that lived up to the billing. Physical from the get-go. Wesley struck first, as we mentioned earlier. And then from there, it was a spirited comeback from Manurewa High School to get back into it. Look at the Wesley boys. Delighted to have gone one better. Remembering 12 months ago, they were standing on this exact piece of turf. Heartbroken after going down to St. Paul's. Let's cut now to a bit of action for the team song. And look at them. They are delighted with that one. A big turnout of their fans as well today from Wesley. And commiserations to Manurewa High School, who played a fantastic grand final. But in the end, it is Wesley who win this one. We're not far away now from kickoff in the big one. The SAS College Rugby League Grand Final between the heavyweights, St. Paul's College and Kelston Boys High School, who are going to take the field in a few minutes' time. And if we are picking that up on the speakers at home, the Wesley College crew making plenty of noise. Fantastic support today for their school. Stadium just about full in the background there. As the players pose for a photo in front of the Hayden and Rollitt bolsters there. One of our sponsors for this competition, along with SAS Apparel. A big thank you to those two sponsors for their continued loyal support. But the big one awaits, ladies and gentlemen. And what a game it is going to be. We saw them meet in the semi-final a couple of weeks ago. It was a thriller then. It's going to be a thriller now as we see Ronan Lawrence, captain of the Wesley team there. We are now going to see, I think, the school haka. And we'll leave you to enjoy that. Hopefully you're picking up a little bit of the audio, but if not, enjoy the vision as we see the crowd getting into it. So we will leave you with these images and be back in a couple of minutes.
Kelston Boys right will line out as follows. 1, Kenneth Faniki. 2, Joseph Onyeki. 3, Aiden Aku. 4, Talabel Keve. 5, Connor Latisi. 6, Tadie Ioka. 7, Conrad Kua. Number 8, Tosimani Lativa. And 9, Tolifani Lua, 10, DJ Latisi.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And we are about to get underway in the big one, the SAS College Rugby League Grand Final. We will now bring up the two team lists to talk you through the two teams who are going to take the field, and if we get time, have a little look as well at the history between these two fantastic schools. So we'll get those graphics up on screen in a minute as we count down the final couple of minutes before kickoff. Now starting with the home side, and there are a couple of changes at the back. It is Kenneth Fanotti, the wings, Joseph Onieki and Connor Lopesi. The centres, Talaveo Gavay and Aidan Orr. The halves, Karia Yoka and Conrad Tuua. Up front, number